So with the fuel shortage, like most Americans, like most Asheville citizens, I immediately went to the gas station. When I had half a tank of gas last Saturday and filled up, I waited in line for about 30 minutes. It felt like some sort of apocalyptic scenario, and I paid, I think that at the time I went on Saturday, the gas price was $2.28 a gallon, which I felt was more than it should have been. But as I was leaving the gas station, actually, they had run out. So I felt very fortunate to get gas, but I also don't have to drive far to work or to class, so I felt kind of guilty for taking gas.
I've definitely haven't gone out as much lately just because I get really paranoid when I start running low on gas. Like right now I have about a quarter of a tank and my car hasn't moved in maybe 2 or 3 days, which I know is bad for the car, but I don't want to get stuck because I've been stuck and it's not fun. This weekend, actually, I was planning on going up to Boone, which is about an hour away from here, and I was just going to do some hiking and camping out in Linville Gorge. But now that's not going to happen, so I'm probably just going to stay at home and do homework. So that won't be too fun.
I'm seeing a whole bunch of lines. I live in the inner city in the East Asheville area, and it's been hard to find gas at my usual stations. I'm seeing a whole bunch of bags on the gas station nozzles. I'm seeing a whole bunch of lines at the gas stations that are open, and I'm seeing people fill up even when they aren't low. So I've been one of those people. I've been stopping to fill up just because I never know when I'm going to be able to get gas now. So whenever I see a line somewhere, remember, a line indicates gas.
I'm trying to pursue a documentary about touring cyclists on the Blue Ridge Parkway, so that entails traveling a bit to meet subjects and conduct interviews, so that's put a bit of a halt in my plans, where I'd been going up about once a week. Now I haven't gone in a week to try to meet some new subjects. So I'm afraid that less people will be pursuing touring trips, so that makes it more difficult for me to find subjects to interview, being that touring requires fuel.
I think the whole gas crisis is just people going crazy. Like, the pipeline did break and it did cause a shortage, obviously. But just like during wintertime or any storm, people panic and they buy up all the bread and milk. It's the same thing with the gas. Well, if this is truly the end of gas, then I will start walking around everywhere, or I'll skateboard. I was carless for 16 years and I got around, so I can do it again.
I've seen gas prices increase over the past week, probably on average about 20 or 30 cents, depending on where you go. But I've also seen gas stations that, they've remained consistent with around the $2.12 area. So that's been good when I'm able to find it. But like I said, as soon as it's available, people are there, and then before you know it, it's gone. So I have been contemplating riding the bus and planning to ride the bus in the future if this gas situation doesn't rebound or it doesn't go away in the next week or so. That's assuming that the buses will have gas to run. So that's another concern of mine, is taking the bus and if the bus will actually be en route and on time to get me to work and school. So
I'm a little concerned with society could lessen their dependency on gas use by simply using different modes of transportation, such as walking, bicycling, skateboarding, and even carpooling, even though that does require gas. But like in New York City, everyone gets around by walking. Like some people walk like 10 miles a day just because that's the way of living, whereas we have a very walkable living city here. So just doing your part and moving your body instead of driving. That's the word.
I think we've pretty much done everything we can do about it at this point. We just have to wait for the the actual gas tanks to get to the gas stations for it to refill, because like I said earlier, people just went crazy and they bought out all of it, and now people that actually need it, there's none left because everyone else has it but them. So it'll be maybe 2-3 weeks before I think we're back to normal. At least in today's society, there's such a high dependence on cars. Even people who just go maybe 1 or 2 blocks away, that's what, like a 2-minute walk at most. So I think if people start walking more, riding their bikes, just using like their actual body instead of driving something that's very environmentally unfriendly, I'd say. I don't know.
I think that we know in a capitalist society that I think we know about supply and demand. So if you know about capitalism and you know about supply and demand and you understand it, then you understand that gas prices will rise undoubtedly as the demand for gas rises. And with there being a shortage, I only see the gas prices increasing as the shortage continues. So somewhere along the line, we're probably paying for the repair of the pipeline that busted or broke. We're probably paying some percentage, and those price increases will go towards repairs. So as the gas comes in, the prices will go up. So all we have to look forward to is an increase in price if the gas shortage and repairs don't go accordingly.